Hey, thanks everyone. Nice to see you in person instead of snowed in, like our first meeting was a little bit cut short from that. But we want to welcome everyone back for our 2024 spring semester, which is a little bit more focused on game design and game development. So for our first meeting, we're going to be doing the Renpy visual novel creation engine, which is great for people who don't have a lot of coding experience and might want to write more of like a movie or audio script. But today our meeting is going to be brought to you by Mechelle.
Hello.
And she'll be teaching you all about Renpy. So take it away.
So to start with, everybody, regardless of whether you all have downloaded Renpy yet or not, I would like to introduce you guys to a very important game to me. It's known as Shape Academy Time. It has time because this is the deluxe edition.
Oh wow, you've spent on deluxe? So luxurious.
Alright, everybody, are you ready for this? That's a rhetorical question, of course you are. Alright, everybody, here we go. Just another day at Shape Academy. I'm a square, a rectangle, and a rhombus, all in one. Lots of other shapes don't understand me, but that's okay. Tonight is the big shape fair, and I want to ask a very important shape to go to it with me. I'm so excited for the fair tonight. I hear there's gonna be a Ferris wheel, and it'll go round and round and round, and they're gonna do that for a while. This is Circle. We've been friends since I got here, and they're the most friendly shape on campus. I've had a thing for them for years. They're so sweet. Things just roll off of them like it's nothing. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a thing for curves. Or rather, just a singular curve. Either way, I want to take them to the fair. I know we'd be a weird couple, a shape with sides and a shape with no sides. But I don't care what the world thinks, I just want to be with them. And round, then I guess after it goes round that many times, it'll probably close for the night. Isn't that exciting? Aren't you excited, Square? For sure, even though crowds make me on edge. I can't say I know what that's like. I guess you wouldn't. So please let me know whenever you feel uncomfortable or anything. Not to make assumptions that we're going to the fair or anything. I just meant like in general. Oh, they're so cute. But speaking of which, I meant to ask. Hey, losers! Oh man, it's a triangle. They always know how to jab everyone where it hurts. I was on my way to the loser party. Looks like I made it. Make like a bisection and split triangle. Wow, nice one, Circle. Did you spend a week coming up with that one? Hey, I'll have you know it was only 3 days. See, that's why I love to hate you, Circle. You've got no edge. So Square, what's your excuse? Oh boy. You've got one more side than I do, and yet you're so much worse than any other shape. Why is that? Hey, you leave Square alone. Why? They aren't even standing up to me after I bad talk to you. Or are you jealous and want me to give you my full attention? Oh jeez, what am I? Oh jeez, what am I gonna do? I need to do something, anything, or I'll explode! I think... Wow! It sounds like a lot of people really want to choose Circle. Circle, will you come to the fair with me? Yes! But why are you asking me that right now? As we are actively being bullied. What better time for romance than in the fire? I panicked. Damn. I just came to bully you guys and now this happens. If you want to embarrass yourself so much to lure me away, congratulations, it worked. I'm going home. Night arrived and we were on the Ferris wheel together. This is so exciting and conflicting. I've never been on a date before or a Ferris wheel. Circle? Huh? I hope our relationship will be like the digits of pi. Never ending. Oh, Square. That's everything I've ever wanted. Me and Circle Circle got together. This is an ending. Okay, cool. So real quick, don't we want to see the other ending real quick? But we don't want to go through all that again. So something really nice that Renpy allows you to do is if you press tab. Yeah. And also if you do the scroll wheel backwards, you can also do that. It's a little something to show off. Anyways, so we're gonna ask out triangle this time. What? What? Sure, I guess I got nothing better to do. What is happening? Before anyone else could question what was happening, it was night and I was on a Ferris wheel with Triangle. This is pretty cool, I guess. Thanks for inviting me. But also, why? I was scared. So you took me on a date? Basically. You've got good instincts for a square. But I don't think they were good enough. Huh? Goodbye, square. May you choose more wisely in the next iteration. Please forgive me, Circle. But even you could never see the true shape of the world, no matter how perfect it reflects it. This story never truly ends. So...
Best ending.
No, so...
Best ending.
I have a quick...
Triangle stands first and the person second.
I have a quick revelation for you guys. Give me a second. Let me find it. Hold up. Let me find the...
Third option.
Did he save it?
I did. Actually, hold up. I think I did reload it, but let me do that again. Okay, we're good. We're square. We are. Okay. So. What's going to happen? Circle, triangle. Will you both come to the fair with me? What? I mean, yes, but also, why is Triangle invited? Don't you know, Circle? Square has 4 sides. I like to be your derivative, so I can be tangent to those terms. Oh, you're so sharp. Square, I know I made fun of you before, but those angles of your arms are sure looking right. Thanks, I'm really glad we went to this jazz appreciation club together. We're all waiting. We're all the shape of love. This is the true ending. Okay, so. So. That was a lot, wasn't it?
It's not enough, actually. Yeah.
We need a sequel.
Yeah, a sequel, prequel, and then can we get an anime adaptation too?
I don't know about the anime adaptation, but
Our sequel needs to be done in the future with their children.
I mean, guys. What are we here to...
Fully animated movie in Blender.
No, but guys, what are we here to learn today?
Game.
Renpy!
We're here to learn about Renpy. So you know what, guys? If you want to see the sequel to that, we can shape it ourselves.
We can shape it ourselves.
Anyway, so quick question: Is anyone sort of wanting to follow along with this and like I don't know, has had any trouble with Renpy?
Renpy.
Never used it before. Same.
Okay, but we're good. We got it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if anyone needs help like installing it, we're right here.
Yes. They shout out to Ian. Thank you.
Not Mark. No, that's fine. Just me.
I'm not about to throw Mars under the bus here.
I'm good at other things. Ask me about
So-
some other things.
So, again, don't worry about getting too far behind or anything. The point of this is just kind of just to dip our toes in it, so to speak. So, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go ahead and create a new project. That should be fine for now. We'll fix that.
Just put it on your desktop. That's fine.
No, it'll be fine. But not for you guys. You guys, you put it someplace nice and responsible, like good
I'm
young.
creating a new folder as we speak.
Exactly, as you all should. So, anyways, we're just gonna be doing that. We could name it. What was it? Shape Academy 2.
Yo,
And we're just gonna go with the default 1920 by 1080. Should be, you know, it is what it is. Now, what color do you guys want this intense game to be?
Pink.
Oh, it's been spoken. We're doing pink now. Alright, so cool! Well, we've made a new game, but we have a problem. All those nice images we used for the previous game, Shape Academy Time, aren't here. And some of you, I hope most of you, have downloaded the Google Drive that I sent to the Discord. Cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is, from what you downloaded, first get the images that you downloaded, and from here, right here, you're just gonna click images, and then a little pop-up thing like this should pop up, right? And make everything else disappear by accident, but that's okay. We always have a plan. So, as you notice, this thing is a little bit empty. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the images of Shape Academy Time over here, and get out all these very nice images that I made for it. If you don't have the blue person, don't worry. She was a Comic-Con exclusive. You guys don't get to have her. And yeah, so basically what you all are gonna do are just get this. But you don't want the original images to disappear, so you're gonna copy them. I'm just gonna put them all here. And all those very beautiful images should be available for use for us now. Oh, so from what you already have, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the image file for Shape Academy 2, which is right here. We're gonna click images, and then you're just gonna dump those images there. While Ian takes care of that, for the rest of you, you're gonna do the exact same thing with the audio, basically. From our new game that we have right here, we're gonna open up the audio. It's a bit empty, as you can see again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy over the audio that we have downloaded. And we're just gonna download it over. It might be a bit confusing because, again, well, mainly for me because I'm transferring from one file named audio to another named audio, but I can tell which one is which because one of them is empty and has no soul in it. So once we populate the soul, once we populate it with stuff, that should be our assets. Are we all doing good so far?
We're still building our game, sorry.
Oh, you're good. All right. So with that, hopefully we got all our assets in. So they can't exactly do anything on their own. So we're gonna do a little bit of programming. But before we do that, let me show you what the prequel script looked like for reference.
Yeah.
So it might look a bit scary at first, but like, it's fine actually.
I don't even know.
We're gonna go over this bit by bit. We're gonna go over this like just broadly, and then we're gonna go over it in more detail once we get into our new script. Here's basically where you get your characters defined. Here's where the general script is. Labels, remember those. These are the heart of your game. Every game begins with a good label. And yeah, it's basically just a bunch of script and jumping between menus and labels. So, but we don't want to consult all that just as our main code. So, we're gonna go ahead and make some new code. How we feeling about that? Just download both of them. Alright, so to get to the actual script of our thing, we're going to go over to script.rpy. Actually, yeah, really funny thing. Technically we already have a game running here. Let's go see what it looks like.
Have you backed up your projects recently?
We'll see. Guys, it's Shape Academy. So,
Okay, so how did you get from like adding the images and the audio to it?
oh, so what I did was wherever you stored it. Wherever you stored it, like this, if you click on images for your new game, it should open up a folder, and you should just be able to.
Talking about where you got to the programming part.
Oh, you go to script,
Okay.
and you should be good. All right, so from here, let me show you guys a little bit of the magic. So like Renpy itself says, here is where the label starts. Within here is like where the entirety of the game kind of happens. Up here you can declare stuff, but you don't know what declaration means yet. So again, how about we do a little bit of coding? So I kind of want to leave it up to you guys what you end up writing, honestly. But like for me, I'm just gonna write some stuff to show off. So we can just be like. And all right, so then not that game, but if we went to Shape Academy 2, the sequel. Let's see.
Are you making a bin error too, like there?
Actually, this is actually a wonderful opportunity for me to explain something. Your changes won't pop up unless you hit Control S. So to make sure you got your code saved, be sure to hit Control S. Yes. I am. So how many errors do we got right now?
9+.
9+.
9+.
That's a lot of errors.
It's pretty much on every line that isn't a comment.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh.
No, Becky says this. Becky has the same thing.
Yeah, no.
I'm erroring you too.
Yeah, like for my code, it would like pop up with errors, but then still be able to run just fine in Renpy.
No, click return. It probably just has
Oh, but anyways, like I.
bottom right. If you click
Get rid of errors. But
Yeah,
get rid of errors means get rid of the code.
But anyways, like I said, so to save little changes you've made, like this one, just hit Control S, and you should be saved. And if you already happen to have an iteration of your game already up, just hit Shift and R, and your change should be really apparent. And Renpy is really nice. So again, you can just go back into your code and go, oh no. And then if you hit Control S, and then, you know, well, sometimes you have to hit Shift R, but sometimes Renpy will be nice enough to do it on your own. On its own, so really good stuff here. Alright, so, but it's not really fun if you have your whole game as an omniscient narrator, so I'm gonna show you how to do something, but you guys do not have to do this part. I'm gonna show you a way you could do something, and then I'll show you why you shouldn't do it that way and the better thing you could do. So we can have Circle say something. I don't know. Yeah, and then you'll have Circle saying some dialogue. Most of the whole thing about visual novels is basically just matching up your script with the pictures that are already apparent. But I'll be real, don't do this. It's because otherwise, for each line you have to keep going circle, circle to write every piece of dialogue. So you do not want to do that. Instead, there's something way more efficient you can do. You can go ahead and declare your character, which which is a really simple thing. All you gotta do is just go define, and then for this part, this will basically be like, it's a variable, you can name it anything. For this, since we're doing circle, I'm just gonna name it C, and you'll see why that is. I'm so funny, guys. Anyways, but the more important part is, then we go equals character. So it knows that this is a character that you're defining. And we're gonna have it be circle. So each time it summons this piece of code, it's gonna call upon circle. And you don't have to do this part, but if you want to add a little bit of pizzazz, you can give it a hexadecimal code as a little color. The one that we used for the last game was this one. Yeah, and it'd be visual. This is actually nice. Visual Studio Code pops up with like a little. This is what color it is, and this is what color will be kind of popping up. So yeah, instead of going circle, we can just go C, and then we save, and then again, it's nice enough to reload. Oh, you don't worry about the color. You can just honestly kind of pick any one. You see, let us see something. Oh, yeah, actually I see what happened. So, then circle goes, I have lost my shape. Are we good so far? So, do we want to learn how to put in images in this thing? Yes. Okay, cool. So, this is going to be one of the hardest things of all time, guys. I'm sorry, that's a bad joke. No, I'll level with you guys. No, it's easy. You just go. Well, see, technically there's a different way you can do this, but I found out something interesting about Renpy, guys. I found out something of most importance about Renpy. You guys know how you're supposed to normally name coding things, like no spaces. You just do underscores, camel case, all that stuff. Renpy defies logic. It's actually easier if you name all your stuff in a really weird way that'll make you upset if you know how to code. But by doing it this way, it saves you a lot of time. My partner and I learned this the hard way. We used to want to go in and basically something like we did here, we would define every single PNG, and it was really bad. And I'm like, there has to be an easier way to do this, and there is. Renpy hates coders. I'm going to show you how. So because in our images we have a simple thing. We have all our assets that are named character and then an emotion, like circle blush, triangle angry. You see, you're supposed to have a space in between them, which defies logic, but it's going to make it really, really nice, because if you go show circle blush, actually, well, I would recommend doing that before the line of dialogue, actually. Yeah. It's usually a good habit to do it, to like show the picture beforehand. And then we're gonna save, and we're gonna go into it. And then sometimes it won't pop up immediately because you have to redo the tag.
Is it case sensitive?
I don't believe so. But usually what I would recommend is naming everything in a lowercase way, but again, as long as you're reasonable about it, I don't think it's case sensitive. So yeah, we have circle here going, I have lost my shape, even though that's a lie, and they are clearly, yeah, they're extremely happy about it. But we don't want them to be the only shape forever. And visual novels are very, very famous about how their main form of storytelling is just kind of moving around PNGs, basically. So we're gonna want to move circle a bit. So what we are going to do, is, excuse me, everybody. I've been looking through my notes. All right, so we're going to go. Well, we don't gotta go show. We can go show circle neutral at left and here. So Renpy does its things in a really particular way, but I'll show you guys. How about I show you guys after we execute this move? After we execute this motion with move. Triangle. Let's see, what kind of triangles do we got here? We could do a triangle blush ads, right? And we want to go ahead and define a different character. So whatever you guys are doing, you can really call the character whatever you want. Don't be picky. But we're gonna call this character Triangle with a color that equals which would equal. I mean, it doesn't really matter honestly. But for this, I'm gonna go. I don't know, just something 6905, let's say, which is orange. All right, and we're gonna have triangle saying, "I can never die." And so we're just gonna show off what we got here so far. I have lost my shape. I can never die. And yeah, with just a simple motion, with just a simple command like that, we can establish movement and add some more dynamicism to these characters. And you know what I did about with them, and I'm gonna catch you guys, just in case there's anyone that's left behind. I'm gonna like go around and just do a little check, right? But in the meantime, I need you guys to know, for left, for right. You can do whatever you want with these. You got top left, top right, and then we got center. You can just go in whatever directions you guys want in the meantime. I'm just gonna go check around and make sure everyone's doing all right.
Is there like a library just like this?
Actually, for the sake of the people who are also watching on the internet, I will also be sending a list of transforms you can use. The thing is, like how I had how I should circle neutral at left with move. What I'm about to send is going to be a list of other things that you can use after putting with, and I believe you can do multiple things by going ands here. I'm going to go ahead and send a picture of it to the chat. Make sure it's aligned correctly so you all have a good reference for that. And yeah, in the meantime, you guys can kind of just mess around with whatever commands you want while I go over and make sure everyone's doing all right. So we can show another thing. Let me make sure I got this right. Alright, so we're just gonna reload that real quick. That's not what you're supposed to do, guys, believe it or not. That might not be what you're supposed to do, so. Because I think it's show scene. I believe it might be show BG. Let's hope this works, guys. Woohoo! Oh, and like I said, you don't have to close out of this every time. Like, sometimes I do. Usually I notice that, like, the few times it doesn't. If you add a bunch of assets, or if you're working with audio, sometimes if you press Shift R, it won't do it. So sometimes my advice is to just like kind of like exit and reload. Yeah, you see that? You just can go. That's V punch. That's the V punch command. Which, let me show that off. Yeah, if you go show something with V punch, it'll do that. And here, it's actually I want to show you guys something important with audio as well, so while we're going over some basic fundamentals. before we start getting into labels. Or actually, well, we need a decision in this game, don't we? How about we do you have a question? Oh. Okay, we're square. Alright, so we're gonna do a little funny thing. You guys don't have to delete this, but for the sake of the code, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So this is a really important thing in regards to kind of, this is how we simulated that choice in the original Shape Academy. So we're gonna go menu. And then we're gonna just immediately like do a enter after that. So we don't want it to get unaligned, the code unaligned basically. Otherwise it'll have a lot of trouble kind of reading what you're trying to tell it. So we're gonna go kill triangle. And then I think from there we go jump. And when I do an enter, I'm doing a tab afterwards as well, just to make sure we're still aligned. So we're gonna go jump. And then just be sure to name these in a cohesive way. And then we're gonna go backwards. So I believe if I remember correctly how this works, we go label. Okay, label. And this is actually, well, here. How about I just put something in here first, and then I'll show you the more specific. Triangle is now dead. And then we go return, which takes us back to the beginning of the game. And we'll see how that goes for us. It doesn't go well. Yes, I did forget a colon. Yes, I did. Let's see. I got my code right here, so. Here, let me make sure I got this all right. Oh, yeah, that is a bit important. Yeah, so we are going to want to add a colon right here. Yeah. Yeah, so should be good. Let's see if it works this time. And then, yeah, you get your option, kill triangle. And it's pretty, and again, once you kind of figure this out, you're basically good to kind of have as many options as you want, because what it does here is it jumps to the label kill triangle, which in that label, it's you basically, whatever happens in there, again, that's where the main content of your game happens, within all these different labels, because as you can see here, we start off with label starts, which is what was happening before. And then from label start, that's where we jump to our menus, which takes us to different labels. And that's going to be the majority of like some basic Renpy experiences, I'd say. And if we want to add a different option, we go label kill circle. Again, I hope you're naming these in a more in a less confusing way than I am. So this is a different label for the other option we're about to make for this incredulous statement that triangle says. So we're just gonna go kill circle is now dead. Oh, well, don't do that part. And then if we go return, that'll also take you back to the beginning, so we can restart this whole endless cycle once again that we find ourselves trapped within. Oh, and if you're wanting to change the backgrounds, so there's two things we can do. We can either just go BG and then summon another background, or if we want to completely wipe the slate completely, we go scene black BG. And we can kind of see the effects of that. Oh, but wait, before we do that, hold on. Let's go back here. So whatever you write in these quotations is going to be the option that appears in the menu that pops up that you summon. So we're going to go kill circle. Usually if you, I don't know, just name these something that makes sense to you. And hopefully And then you're gonna go jump, kill, circle. Okay, so, yep. You see, even though it reloads on its own, I always double reload just to be sure, honestly. You can never be too sure. So yeah, we have kill triangle, kill circle. If we hit one of those, it'll take us to a label. And this one, circle is now dead.
I want Rhomboid dead. Can we kill Rhomboid?
Repeat that statement for the...
Rhomboid dead. Can we kill Rhomboid?
If you add him to the game, you can kill him.
Okay. DLC.
Yeah, DLC. And then yeah, so... You see, it's all... as a side effect, sometimes Renpy can kill you. Anyways, yeah, so as you can see, what happens in this label stays entirely within this label. I made a new scene for the black background in this, but I didn't do that for kill circle, so that didn't pop up there. I might add it here. And yeah. But, as you all might have noticed, I added a true ending for the other game. So. But, we don't want it to just appear without you guys going through the other endings, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that. Just give me a quick second. So we're going to do something right here. Well, here. Label. Again. If I'm going at a too fast pace for some of you, I'm gonna go back and help you guys out. I just want to get this really basic thing out of the way first, before I go around and start helping. You're all dead. But again, we don't want this ending to just pop up after we've, you know, without us kind of going through these ordeals first. So we're gonna do something specific. We're gonna go. There is no hope. And that happens, we're gonna use an if statement, which, if you guys don't know what an if statement is, it's basically just, it's like kind of making decisions through code, where it's sort of like, well, actually, you know what, better question. Raise your hand if you don't know what an if statement is. We good? We all know what an if statement is? Alright, cool. I'm going to do that. Alright, so yeah, fun fact, you can do if statements in Renpy. And for the purpose of this, we're just gonna make it something really simple. In persistence. And I'll explain what this is in just a second. Basically, okay, actually I can just explain it around. These persistent variables kind of like, even when everything else resets at the end of a game, these still linger with you. These are kind of like the mistakes that never heal. And if we do that, then it should go. True ending. But to kind of include these within our game, we gotta go back and add them to the other endings that we established. So if a player were to go through the other endings, these would stick around with them. You know, just like a little flag. So let me just check something to be extra sure. Yes. Okay. So true statements are also here. So we're gonna go. So again, I probably really this is just kill triangle, but like, okay. You guys don't have to rename this, but I'm gonna go ahead and rename it just for simplicity's sake. Right. So then, with that, we just put down this. So, actually, that's a lie. This is actually the triangle ending, but not that it matters much for this demo, but I want to make sure that you guys got this down. So, with this with this here, if you've gone through the ending, and even if the game resets, it'll remember that you got this ending. Your sins will never be your sins will never be fully off your back. So then. Alright. So you see, the thing is, we didn't have that variable in before, so now we just got to go through and. Yeah, and then after that, that's how the true ending pops up, and then yeah. Some pretty simple variable stuff. Real quick. I'm just gonna keep you guys a little bit longer. I'm gonna show you guys how to introduce the audio, and also how to change like text speed while I go around and just kind of check on everyone. If you guys wanna have a quick way of learning more about Renpy, you also have this thing called tutorial. You should launch it. What's gonna happen? They made a visual novel that's a tutorial. But yeah. But I'm gonna be so real. My main role here is honestly to just kind of introduce this tutorial, because it gets kind of all the information you really need to do. She's in DC. That's what Americans sound like. But yeah, hold up. Let me pull up the script, and I'm gonna be going back around. Do we want to add some audio, guys? So adding audio is really easy, but you know how like you've been able to just kind of pull up some images like in a pretty simple way, like I mentioned. So with audio, you have to be specific, but not like extremely specific. Like here, let's do a circle. Let's see what kind of songs we have.
I can't believe somebody does like that. That's actually
So up here, we're just gonna add like a little song, which we're gonna go play music, audio, and excuse me, I just want to make sure I got that right. Backslash. Actually, wait, hold on. I don't think this is needed up here. You just go audio, Shape Academy, oh, MP3, and no, MP3. And with that, it should probably well. Let's go ahead and move this up further so it can be playing when we get up here. Oh, and yeah, we can change this to BG. Shape Academy. Again, the background images are as simple to kind of summon as the character images are. But with the music, you gotta be specific. You gotta make sure you call it to where it is. And again, this isn't because this is the name of the game. This is because this is the name of the specific audio file I'm playing. So, if we give it a whirl, hopefully that should work. Let's see. Yeah. So, let me show you, there's another thing you can do. If you want a sound or a song to play only once, instead of going play music, you can go play sounds. Audio. And I think I should have a stab effect in there.
no. Don't stab. That's mean. That's so mean. You're
We're-
so rude, Mick. Don't you know that like hurts people?
We're about to kill someone. So, it doesn't work. Hold on.
You couldn't find the audio file.
Yeah, I think it's probably because it's not named stab. Let's see. Oh, important thing, everybody. Stab is a WAV file.
Wow.
WAV.
That's a sound that Nick caused Mario and me.
So we just do that. Make a really simple change. It's a game that begins with murder. I think.
Why did I recognize that was from
So I.
Yeah, 'cause I think that's like the staff sound effect is much harder.
Yeah.
So
I
I.
was like, why did I recognize that?
So I think I either pulled it from RPG Maker or what I think I did was there was like a random pixelated sound effect thing that I did, and I just kind of did it until it made a nice. Oh, but anyways, here's a really important here's a good way to kind of learn the lesson. So here, let's comment this out. Like I said, to play sound is just to play it once. To play music is to have it loop continuously. Which leads to a very interesting experience where... Oh, good! Which could be very fun if you want to have a raise. But yeah, that's a pretty important distinction. Let me see. Do you guys have any questions?
4 minutes till
Like I said, most of Renpy is just kind of going in between the labels and just kind of having little stuff.